Good morning, everybody. Jumping on Metalhead here. Hope you're all going well. Happy New Year. It's now 2:30 in the morning here in London. Just gotten home from a long 9-hour shift at work. So happy to be back at my flat. Some Philadelphia cream cheese, bagels. Getting myself a tea and got chocolates. So I'm just gonna make this. Gonna make this a continuous vlog and just see me make myself suffer. Rooibos tea. I love it. Yeah, so as I always say every New Year's Day, there are like 365 days, 365 more opportunities. Well, this year it's 366 more days, 366 more opportunities. Disregarding my catching that leaks. So, when we go back to thinking about what I got up to in 2023. Well, for the third consecutive year, I wasn't living in hostels. It's coming up 3 years this February since I moved out of that hostel in London and started paying rent to a landlord, which coming up to 2.5 years in this place, even though the rent has increased and it's going to increase again in June, so help me if I get a new place in London. It's cheaper for June, but yeah, just quite happily I've stayed in the same place without having to move, which is good. There was times when like I lost my job in March, or I quit my job in April. I was like, do I really want to leave London? Do I really want to move to Northern Ireland? Do I want to move to Armenia or move somewhere else? And I thought, no, I'm going to stick to London. I'm going to land on my feet. I'm going to get a job. My employment situation this year was a little bit shabby because I just jumped from job to job. But I've been in my current job now for 3 months, and surprisingly, how I got a job there was I used to work for these people as a freelancer, and then when my freelancing thing, like, I sacked myself because I just had a shit time with a crap app called Stint. I basically went back there when my job at the Irish pub was falling apart, and so after a job back, I've shut my mouth. I've basically, put up with shit and done my job, which is the important thing to do for anything, because they're paying you to either A, do your job, and B, put up with shit. As for travels, I cancelled a couple of trips this year that didn't really happen. Like, I was supposed to go to East Africa in March, but because I said something really nasty to an employee and lost my job, I was really depressed, so I chucked a 550 quid trip down the drain. I could have gone to Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, but I was so sad like losing my job and saying this stupid thing to a guy I hated working. I mean, I couldn't move on from my last job because literally my ex-employers were around the corner and they were coming in for coffee every now and then. Hated the people who were dying there. Hated this guy who was a big know-it-all. Hated working with some fascist bastards. So, literally, I could have just quit myself, but I just got myself fired, so I don't have any regrets about what I said to this person, because there were other dipshits I worked with 12 months prior, and I would have told them the same thing, even though it was really nasty and made me feel like a bad person, but I got no regrets. Now, I was going to go to Israel in April, but at the last minute I was like, I don't want to go because it could jeopardize any future trips to Middle Eastern countries, even if I don't get a stamp or not. So, I thought I'd postpone it for a while, but then all of a sudden, the war has happened in Gaza this year, and not just Gaza, but Israel and Palestine, and I don't know if it will ever be a good time to go there. I mean, there's nothing stopping me from going there, because I really want to go to Jerusalem and put a prayer on the Western Wall. Because, as you all know, I am of Jewish descent, and I have been embracing the faith in the last few months, and I will continue to embrace the Jewish faith. I will do Shabbat every Friday, break challah bread, I'll light a big candle on Saturday, I'll celebrate the high holidays, like I just celebrate Hanukkah, and I will ask a rabbi in London to sponsor me to convert, no matter how much the thing's going to cost, and hell, I am willing to take a week off work to get, circumcised. Even if that means 6 weeks without sex. The proudest thing I did this year was give the middle finger to my boss in the Irish pub, walk away from a job that was really shit and run by dumb people. And then after, a nice meet up with my Safa buddy in the north, I got on a plane to Belgrade, and then all the way to Bishkek, and I travelled from Bishkek all the way to Uzbekistan, up to Kazakhstan, and then across to Azerbaijan, and then I went all the way from Azerbaijan to Iraq without flying, went all the way from Iraq to Austria without flying. So I was proud. I spent a whole week in Uzbekistan, and I was a bit shitty. I only lasted 15 hours in Iraq, but I still went to Iraq. I also went to Egypt for a couple of days, but it was a really crap part of Egypt, Sharm el-Sheikh, which I don't recommend anybody going unless you're trying to get into Israel and Jordan. There's no point going there. What are my hopes for 2024? I hope that I don't have to go back to Australia for anything, because I do have to renew my passport as it expires in April next year. So I'm going to get that sorted come April this year. Kind of hoping I can stay in my current job, work well, not have any issues, not have any crisis, which makes me drop everything in a hat and want to travel. I am planning on my 100th nation in the next few weeks, so that'd be good. I really want to travel from Morocco to Ghana without flying, but I may have to leave London for a while. Move out of my flat, give up my job, if that's the case, but I plan on maybe doing that in the third or fourth quarter, depending on how things go out with. But then, I only went to 3 new countries in 2023, but I went to 90 countries in total. So, I went to more countries in 2022, and I took more trips in 2023. So, I will hopefully travel more. But, as I've said, there's hardly any new countries near me. There's only Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Israel, Palestine, if you even recognize Palestine as a country, Syria, Jordan. I thought, would it be good if I go to Jamaica for my 100th country, but I'm like, why pay 410 quid just to get to one country? It's kind of, a lot of the Caribbean islands, they're okay to visit, but it's like, why pay 300 quid just to get to one country? Well, I mean, all I have to do is, take a 20 quid flight to Morocco, and I could travel all the way to Ghana in a matter of weeks. So, pray to God that will happen. So as it is 2024, it's coming up 8 years since I left Australia, 7 years since I moved to London. But also it's been coming up 2 years since I found my Jewish roots. I kind of hope I can get a lady in my life this year. But, you know, I have special friends I see every now and then. And hopefully I'll see more of them in the next few months. Yeah. Roses. I got roses from my boss. So, I mean, roses today. 2023, I saw Dream Theater for the 7th time, even though James O'Brady's voice is really breaking and becoming crap. I saw Ted Polly, I saw, what did I see? I saw Samantha Fox, saw Peter Gabriel, 2011, Robert Fripp, Toya Wilcox. Fabulous year. Missed out seeing, you know, the guy from White Lion, White Tramp, Danny Minogue, Shania Twain, but that doesn't bother me. Anyway, my Metalhead over and out.